Hello, and welcome to New York Academy of Medicine's 2023 Annual Awards. I'm deeply honored to be here and stand before you as president of this esteemed institution. And it's with pride that we begin this year's program of recognition and celebration. Over the years, NYAM has understood the importance of recognizing excellence in health sciences and healthcare delivery, lifting up the work of innovative and dedicated individuals. Some of these awards have been given annually as far back as 1929. Today, in 2023, we add to that impressive list. The accolades we present to our awardees are not just medals and plaques. They are symbols of our collective appreciation for their tireless efforts and exceptional achievements that have positively shaped the landscape of healthcare and wellness for populations around the globe. This year's awardees have demonstrated unwavering dedication, and their outstanding contributions have left an indelible mark on the fields of medicine, public health, health policy, and biomedical science. Congratulations to you all. Now, before we start a collection of short videos from those who we are recognizing today, I must give my appreciation to our wonderful selection committee, whom you will meet as they each introduce each awardee, and to our selection committee chair, Dr. Mark Grodman. Dr. Grodman has made his own mark of excellence in medicine, biomedical research, and as a former trustee of NYAM on our institution as well. Now, on with our program. Thank you for joining us. Enjoy the messages ahead.
I am Dr. E. Albert Reece, the former Executive Vice President of the University of Maryland and Dean Emeritus of the University of Maryland School of Medicine. I had the distinct pleasure of recruiting Dr. Claire Fraser and her large scientific team to the University of Maryland School of Medicine in 2007 to launch the School of Medicine's Institute for Genome Sciences. I'm truly honored to join you in honoring a truly remarkable individual whose groundbreaking contributions have propelled the field of biomedical science into uncharted territories of discovery and understanding. It is with great pride and admiration that I introduce you to one of the recipients of the Academy Medal for Distinguished Contributions to Biomedical Science, Dr. Claire Fraser, my friend and colleague. Dr. Claire Fraser stands as a true pioneer, a global leader in the realm of genomic medicine, a visionary, one whose unwavering dedication has reshaped our understanding of microbiology and its profound implications for human health. She holds the position of the Dean E. Albert Reece Endowed Professor at the University of Maryland School of Medicine and serves as the former director of the Institute for Genome Sciences. Dr. Fraser's journey has been one of relentless pursuit, unearthing the secrets of genetic blueprint that underpins life itself. In a pivotal moment that marked a turning point in scientific history, Dr. Fraser accomplished what was once deemed unthinkable. In 1995, she etched her name in the annals of science by becoming the first to map the genetic code of a free-living organism, the bacterium Haemophilus influenza, that is responsible for grave respiratory infections and meningitis in our young and most vulnerable. This groundbreaking achievement conducted during her tenure at the Institute for Genome Research, and that set the stage for an entirely new field of study, microbial genomics, a revolution that continues to resonate across the scientific community to this very day. Dr. Fraser's insatiable curiosity and unwavering commitment have led to unraveling the genomes of microbes that wreak havoc on human health. Her work has illuminated the genetic landscapes of syphilis, Lyme disease, and the first human pathogenic parasite, opening pathways to targeted interventions and treatments. Her genius even extended beyond the laboratory, aiding in the investigation of the 2001 anthrax attack, This was a testament to the real-world impact of her pioneering research. Dr. Fraser's work continued throughout her tenure here at the University of Maryland School of Medicine. As a testament to her visionary leadership and her profound dedication to scientific advancement, her pioneering efforts in this endeavor has secured a quarter of the funding that's bestowed by the NIH's Human Microbiome Project. This has positioned her as a catalyst for transformative changes in our understanding of the intricate relationship between the microbiota and human health. With a staggering portfolio of over 320 scientific publications, 3 edited books, and an illustrious record of service on prestigious national committees, Dr. Fraser has garnered accolades that reflect the magnitude of her impact. She's a member of both the National Academy of Medicine and the National Academy of Science. She's been recognized with numerous awards, underscoring her exceptional contributions to the betterment of humanity through the lens of scientific innovation. Finally, in honoring Dr. Fraser with the Academy Medal of Distinguished Contributions to Biomedical Science, we celebrate not only a brilliant mind, but also a compassionate heart, a visionary, one who has forever changed the landscape of scientific inquiry and human well-being. Today, we recognize an exemplary journey of discovery, a legacy of excellence, and an indomitable spirit that continues to inspire us all. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending our heartfelt congratulations to Dr. Claire M. Fraser. Thank you.
Greetings, everyone. Let me begin by expressing my deepest gratitude to the New York Academy of Medicine for this prestigious award. I'm truly humbled to join the ranks of all the former award recipients who, over nearly 100 years, have had a profound impact on biomedical research. And I gratefully accept this award on behalf of the many teams of investigators that I've had the privilege of working with for more than 30 years. Science at its best is a team sport, and the spectacular achievements that we've seen in the genomics field are a testament to the power of collaboration and cooperation. Throughout its 176-year history, the New York Academy of Medicine has been a leading voice for innovation in public health. I've seen firsthand how genomics technologies have revolutionized our understanding of health and disease. Today, we can think about a new healthcare proposition that moves from reactive care of disease to one that provides patients and physicians with new information about each individual's unique healthcare journey at the molecular, cellular, and organ levels. This information has the potential to make disease care more cost-effective by tailoring treatments to each person's unique biology and by treating the causes rather than the symptoms of disease. It can also provide the basis for concrete action by consumers to improve their health as they observe the impact of lifestyle decisions. With a systems approach to medicine, there's the potential to reduce the burden of complex chronic diseases that currently account for the bulk of disease care costs in the United States. But make no mistake, there will be enormous challenges to achieving this vision. Medical school curricula will need to pivot and emphasize systems-based medicine, and value-based care will need to replace the widespread and fragmented fee-for-service reimbursement model that we have today. This new vision for the 21st century will not be a panacea for the ills that plague our current healthcare delivery systems in the U.S. We must continue to focus on disparities in healthcare access and availability that exist in the context of broader inequalities in this country. That's why the New York Academy of Medicine's mission to bring the best health care to all communities remains so vitally important today. Thank you again.
It is my honor and pleasure to introduce Dr. Charles Rotimi, recipient of the Academy's Medal for Distinguished Contributions to Biomedical Science. A native of Nigeria, Dr. Rotimi obtained his bachelor's degree in biochemistry from the University of Benin, and then, with his parents' support, came to the U.S. for graduate studies, first in the University of Mississippi, then at the University of Alabama. After obtaining his PhD in epidemiology, he joined Dr. Richard Cooper's group at Loyola and conducted a landmark study on hypertension in different African populations that highlighted health disparities, in particular the much higher prevalence of hypertension in African Americans than in rural West Africans. This set him on the path of rigorously dissecting genetic from environmental factors. His interest spread to the interaction between hypertension, diabetes, and obesity, and this led him to becoming the director of the National Human Genome Center at Howard University in 2004, and spearheading the emerging genomic revolution ignited by the Human Genome Project and the development of genome-wide association studies. His studies have been models of respectfully engaging communities as partners in the research process. Thus, his pioneering studies in communities in Africa for the HapMap project reflected his absolute commitment to focus attention on obtaining information that would directly impact the health of communities. At the same time, it provided crucial basic epidemiologic data demonstrating that the genomic diversity across Africa as the birthplace of humans is much more profound than was previously appreciated, and that the scientific community's disproportionate focus on European and West African populations has missed a crucial source of vital genetic information. In response, Dr. Rotimi led the creation of the H3 Africa project that directly supports African investigators performing studies across Africa. Francis Collins has been a mentor for Dr. Rotimi since early in his career, and in 2008, Dr. Collins encouraged him to assume his current leadership role in the NIH National Human Genome Research Institute as director of the Center for Research on Genomics and Global Health. His success in that role led to his appointment as scientific director of NHGRI. It is in that role that I have had the absolute pleasure of working with Dr. Rotimi in my role as immediate past chairman of the Institute's Board of Scientific Counselors. It is from firsthand experience that I can attest to his charismatic leadership and his absolute commitment to helping all of the scientists in the intramural program achieve their career goals. His leadership is marked by his dedication, integrity, sensitivity, and humanity, and that has led to his recognition by his peers, by election as a Fellow of the African Academy of Sciences, founding President of the African Society of Human Genetics, and President of the American Society of Human Genetics, as well as to membership in the National Academy of Medicine and the American Academy of Arts and Sciences. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Rotimi.
It is with great honor that I accept the New York Academy Medal for Distinguished Contribution in Biomedical Science. I'm very hopeful that progress made since the successful sequencing of the first human genome in 2001 is moving scientists and clinicians closer to the full integration of genomic understanding of biology into the practice of medicine and the development of new drugs for previously intractable human diseases, including cancers, gene editing for cure of sickle cell disease, and development of vaccine for infectious pathogens. I am, however, concerned that the lack of ancestral diversity in genomic science is hindering our understanding of biology and raises the question of whether genomic-derived therapeutics would serve all human populations equally. I therefore remain a strong advocate for increased diversity in biomedical research participants and in the scientific workforce. I believe that increasing diversity in genomics is a scientific and a social justice imperative. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Carmen Green. I am honored to introduce an exceptional individual whose unwavering commitment to humanity has ignited a beacon of hope in the darkest corners of our globe. The recipient of the Academy Medal for Distinguished Contributions in Health Policy, Dr. Denis Mukwege. Dr. Mukwege is a visionary whose life's work has transcended boundaries and illuminated a path towards healing and justice. Hailing from the tumultuous East Congo, Dr. Mukwege's journey is one of unparalleled courage, despite fear, dedication, and transformative impact. Despite threats to his life, this world-renowned gynecologist, human rights activist, and Nobel Peace Prize laureate has dedicated his life to alleviating the unspeakable suffering of countless hundreds and thousands of women. A witness to the heart-wrenching consequences of sexual violence in the war-torn Congo, he became a lifeline for survivors. He founded the Panzi Hospital and Foundation as a sanctuary for healing. In the crucible of conflict, Dr. Mukwege's clinic evolved from its gynecological and obstetrical care roots into a haven for those ravaged by sexual assault and other unspeakable horrors. His commitment to their physical and emotional well-being redefined the boundaries of medical care and human compassion. Today, Panzi Hospital is a symbol of hope, providing not only medical treatment, but is a safe space for women to reclaim their dignity and to rebuild their lives. Dr. Mukwege's advocacy has ignited a global movement to eradicate the use of rape as a weapon of war. This quiet, soft-spoken, and humble man's courageous voice resonates on the international stage, calling for an end to the brutality that scars lives and disrupts communities. His accolades stand as a testament to the transformative power of his work. From the United Nations Human Rights Prize to being recognized by Time magazine and the Carter Foundation as a citizen of the world, his journey has been marked by accolades that mirror the magnitude of his commitment to health and social justice and healing. His global resonance and tireless efforts culminated in the 2018 Nobel Peace Prize. Dr. Mukwege serves as a testament that there are 8 billion people in this world. It takes only one to make a difference. So today, we bestow the Academy Medal for Distinguished Contributions in Health Policy to a wonderfully courageous man who has made a difference and embodies the power of one individual to drive change, to heal wounds, and to inspire a collective movement toward a world free from the scourge of sexual violence. We celebrate a healer, leader, and a beacon of hope. Once again, it's with deep admiration that we recognize a remarkable man who has redefined the boundaries of healing and policy, and he continues to illuminate our path forward toward a more just and kind world. Congratulations, Dr. Mukwege.
Hello, I'm Dr. Wayne Riley, Chairman of the Board of the New York Academy of Medicine and President, Downstate Health Sciences University. It is with great pleasure and a heartfelt appreciation that we take this opportunity to recognize an extraordinary individual whose exceptional dedication and tireless contributions have left an indelible mark on the landscape of the Academy. I am so honored to introduce the recipient of the Academy Plaque for Exceptional Service to the Academy, to Dr. Ted Shortliffe. Ted stands as a true luminary in biomedical informatics, a visionary whose profound impact reaches academic institutions, research fields, and technological advancements. With a career spanning decades, his journey has been characterized by a steadfast commitment to innovation, education, and the advancement of healthcare through the power of informatics. As Chair Emeritus and an adjunct professor in the Department of Biomedical Informatics at Columbia University's Vagelos College of Physicians and Surgeons, Dr. Shortliffe's influence has radiated far beyond the confines of academia. His extensive affiliations, including roles at Arizona State University and Weill Cornell Medical College, exemplify his dedication to fostering cross-disciplinary collaborations that drive progress. Dr. Shortliffe's impact extends beyond the walls of institutions. His tenure as a scholar in residence at the Academy and as President and Chief Executive Officer of the American Medical Informatics Association underscore his pivotal role in shaping the direction of healthcare informatics and education. An architect of knowledge, Dr. Shortliffe's contributions span the creation of medical expert systems to pioneering the formation of graduate degree programs in biomedical informatics. His scholarly pursuits, including over 350 articles and several seminal books, have shaped the trajectory of biomedical computing and artificial intelligence. Elected to esteemed bodies such as the National Academy of Medicine and the American Clinical Society for Clinical Investigation, Dr. Shortliffe has earned accolades that mirror the profound scope of his influence. His unwavering commitment to fostering collaborative excellence is demonstrated through his leadership as editor-in-chief of the Journal of Biomedical Informatics. So today, as we present the Academy Plaque for Exceptional Service to the Academy to Dr. Ted Shortliffe, we celebrate a trailblazer who has redefined the boundaries of knowledge, mentorship, and transformative service. Ted's journey is a testament to the power of dedication, vision, and unwavering commitment to advancing the collective pursuit of knowledge and excellence. Together, let us celebrate a visionary leader whose legacy will continue to inspire generations of scholars, practitioners, and innovators.
My first visit to the New York Academy of Medicine occurred in the late 1990s, even before I had moved to New York. I traveled from California at the request of Dr. Jerry Barandis and was immediately impressed both by him and by NYAM and its history, its physical presence, and its library, which was the initial focus of our discussions. After my full-time arrival at Columbia in 2000, I renewed that relationship with NYAM, chairing the library committee for several years, serving as a board member, and then as vice chair of the board, giving talks, assisting with key leadership searches, chairing a variety of other committees, working as a scholar in residence, and attending the annual galas. It's accordingly a great honor for me to receive this award and recognition from an organization that I deeply respect as a unique entity in New York, in the country, and in the global health community. My thanks to NYAM for recognizing these 25 years of ongoing efforts in this way. Looking forward, I recognize that the Academy and the nation face many opportunities related to healthcare, public health, urban health, and the challenges of constrained resources, inequities, representativeness, and competing priorities. As a computer scientist as well as a physician, I'm watching with great interest and enthusiasm the ways in which digital and artificial intelligence methods are beginning to address some of these opportunities. However, they introduce their own challenges that require insights, education, and sensitivity in the way in which such technologies are leveraged for the good and the health of society. It's the healthcare community, public health leaders, academic centers, local and federal government agencies, and influential entities such as NYAM that will ultimately determine whether these new technologies will be safely and effectively introduced, monitored, and implemented in ways that patients and providers and the health system can embrace. Thank you.
It is with great pride and admiration that I introduce the recipient of this year's John Stearns Medal for Distinguished Contributions in Clinical Practice to Dr. Mary Claire King. She is a personal heroine of mine with all of her amazing contributions over her lifetime. She has been a distinguished trailblazer whose extraordinary contributions have elevated the field of clinical practice to new heights, reshaping our understanding of genomics, disease, and even human rights. Dr. King is the American Cancer Society professor at the University of Washington in Seattle, and she has made groundbreaking discoveries with her visionary approach. With relentless curiosity and a profound commitment to improving human health, she has propelled us into a brand new era of understanding the intricate interplay between genetics and human disease. She has been a true pioneer with groundbreaking research that has unveiled the genetic underpinnings of breast cancer, leading to the identification of BRCA1, leading to a watershed moment that has forever changed the landscape of clinical practice. Her work, however, goes far beyond breast cancer, encompassing the genetic bases of schizophrenia, childhood disorders, human evolution, and even the pursuit of justice through DNA sequencing and the human rights movement. Dr. King's influence extends well beyond the laboratory. She has been elected to many prestigious institutions, including the National Academy of Sciences, the American Academy of Arts and Sciences, the Institute of Medicine, and the American Philosophical Society. Her contributions have not only earned her accolades, but positioned her as a thought leader and a true driving force in advancing medical knowledge and medical practice. Her commitment to service has been exemplified through her roles on the advisory committee to the director of the NIH, the National Commission on Breast Cancer of the President's Cancer Council, and multiple NIH councils. In recognition of her immense impact, Dr. King was awarded the Lasker Special Achievement Award for Medical Research in 2014, a testament to her transformative role in the scientific community. In addition, in 2016, she received the United States National Medal of Science, further validating her pioneering contributions to clinical practice and medical research. Her scientific journey exemplifies the power of a brilliant mind and a compassionate heart, aligned with a relentless pursuit of knowledge. Her legacy, including her tireless research, visionary leadership, and dedication to the betterment of human health, serves as a true inspiration for clinicians like myself, researchers, and advocates around the world. Today, we present her with the John Stearns Medal for Distinguished Contributions in Clinical Practice. Her work reminds us that true clinical excellence lies not only in the practice of healing, but also in the transformation of understanding, illuminating new pathways, and the relentless pursuit of a healthier, more equitable future. Congratulations, Dr. King.
Hello. I'm Zooming this evening to send my thanks to the New York Academy of Medicine, to President Kurth, and my many friends there for the honor that you give me. Doing evolutionary biology back in the 1960s and 1970s, it never crossed my mind that at some point, the basic science that we were working out in order to discover differences between humans and other species would eventually also reveal differences in much, much shorter evolutionary time, just a few generations, between women who are extremely susceptible to breast cancer, ovarian cancer, and some other solid tumors compared to those who are not. Genetics is a very powerful tool. It's been my privilege now for a half century to be able to work as a geneticist. It's been enormously rewarding, and I hope to be able to continue it for a long while yet. Anne and her team have asked me to comment on a couple of things. What do I find most encouraging about the work that I've done and its consequences for the future? And what do I find most challenging? Most encouraging is the involvement of women and their families in the research. This simply would not have happened without them. Thousands of women and their families. Every page in the binders on my shelf here are women whom I have come to know personally in consequence of they and their families developing breast and ovarian cancer at rates far greater than one would expect by chance, and enabling us to understand why. That commitment on the part of these women and their daughters and sons continues, and we will be able to solve the rest of this very puzzling, difficult, scientifically difficult mystery with their deep involvement and help. What I find most challenging about the work, or about the future for the work, is that it is really two things. First, that there are still only a minority of women who are genetically predisposed to breast cancer who know about it, perhaps 10%. We really need to get the word out far more broadly. Being tested is absolutely straightforward. It only needs to be done once in one's life. It is not expensive. But that brings me to the other challenge, which is very real, and that is that medical follow-up for women who are at risk is, of course, expensive. And everything that we do in medicine is only worthwhile, is only useful if we can make it available to our patients. So at the same time that we carry out studies in basic science, that we carry out translational work, we need also to advocate as citizens for healthcare availability, accessibility to everyone, so that all women who are predisposed to breast and ovarian cancer in consequence of mutations in BRCA1 and BRCA2 and the sister genes have access to the follow-up care that they need. It'll happen, and it'll happen because they and we are committed to doing so. Thank you again very much for this terrific honor. It's a great pleasure to be able to speak to you this evening, and I look forward to seeing you again in New York real soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Hello, I am Dr. Jennifer Mieres, a professor of cardiology and the Associate Dean for Faculty Affairs at the Zucker School of Medicine at Hofstra Northwell. It is both a privilege and a profound honor to stand before you today as we recognize another exceptional individual whose impact on the realm of clinical practice has been nothing short of transformative. Ladies and gentlemen, with great admiration, I introduce you to our second recipient of the John Stearns Medal for Distinguished Contributions in Clinical Practice. It is someone who I have the distinct honor and privilege to call a colleague, friend, and mentor. I introduce you to the incomparable Dr. Clyde W. Yancy. Dr. Clyde Yancy, a visionary and luminary in the field of cardiology, embodies the very essence of clinical excellence and unwavering commitment to improving human well-being. As Vice Dean for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, Chief of Cardiology, and the Magstead Endowed Professor at Northwestern University Feinberg School of Medicine, Dr. Yancy's journey has been a testament to his dedication to reshaping the landscape of cardiovascular care. A true trailblazer, Dr. Yancy's contributions have extended far beyond the confines of a medical practice. As deputy editor for JAMA Cardiology, former president of the American Heart Association, and an esteemed leader within the Bloom Cardiovascular Institute at Northwestern Medicine, his influence has reached every corner of the medical community. His leadership positions within the National Institutes of Health, the Food and Drug Administration, and the Department of Health and Human Services have underscored his commitment to fostering positive change on a global scale. Dr. Yancy's research endeavors have illuminated critical insights into heart failure, heart transplantation, outcome science, and health disparities. His tireless dedication to advancing medical knowledge is reflected in his publication of over 700 peer-reviewed manuscripts, a feat that places him among the top 1% of scientific authors worldwide. His pursuit of excellence has been recognized through a plethora of awards, showcasing the role as a healthcare leader, top physician, teacher, and mentor in the field of cardiology and all of medicine. Elected membership in the National Academy of Medicine and the American Association of Physicians stand as testaments to Dr. Yancy's enduring impact. His journey is a testament to the potential of clinical practice to catalyze change, not only through healing, but also through advocacy, leadership, and a commitment to equity. Dr. Clyde W. Yancy is indeed a visionary whose legacy extends beyond medical knowledge to the very core of compassionate and transformative care. His journey redefines greatness through his quest for health equity, reminding us all that clinical practice is not solely about treating ailments, but about advocating for a healthier, more equitable world. Let us unite in celebration of a true healthcare pioneer whose impact on the field of clinical practice will continue to inspire generations to come. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Clyde W. Yancy.
Hello, my name is Clyde Yancy, Professor of Medicine and Chief of Cardiology at Northwestern University Feinberg School of Medicine and Vice Dean for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. I couldn't be more delighted to accept this year's award from the New York Academy of Medicine as a recipient of the John Stearns Medal for Distinguished Contributions in Clinical Practice. What an honor. You humble me with this award. I am so grateful to you. Thank you so very much. At any point in time when someone receives an award like this, the most important thing to do is to pause and express gratitude, but also to express commitment about what will happen going forward. Going forward, all the different things that we've tried to evolve in my career, we will once again continue to press those concerns in clinical medicine to really practice the best medicine and be a role model for the next generation. For education, to provide the best education for the early career physicians and the early career students. In clinical science, to explore the most compelling questions and make a difference in health and cardiovascular disease. And then as a leader, to really aggregate the topical themes of the day, place them in a context that everyone can appreciate, and then press for cause, press for doing the right thing at the right time so that all persons benefit. And finally, never, ever, ever tire from the very appropriate and necessary march towards health equity. It will define our generation. Thank you once again for this wonderful award. I am so grateful to you.
For our final award, we celebrate a visionary leader whose resolute dedication and contributions have defined the landscape of public health on a global scale. It's with great honor that I introduce the recipient of the Stephen Smith Medal for Distinguished Contributions in Public Health, Dr. Rochelle P. Walensky. Dr. Walensky exemplifies the application of expertise, compassion, fortitude, and innovation to guide our collective journey through the COVID-19 pandemic and the anti-science polarization that followed in its wake. As the recent director of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Dr. Walensky's work reverberates beyond borders, shaping policies, advancing research, and safeguarding communities. A scientist and leader, Dr. Walensky's pioneering research significantly advanced our understanding and response to some of the most pressing public health challenges of our time. Her unwavering commitment to combating HIV/AIDS had impact nationally and globally. Her expertise in testing, treatment, and care not only saved lives, but inspired a renewed sense of purpose in the fight against deadly viruses. With a deep academic history spanning some of the United States' most prestigious institutions, including Massachusetts General Hospital and Harvard Medical School, Dr. Walensky has been a beacon of guidance in the ever-evolving and ever-important field of public health. Her vital contributions during the COVID-19 pandemic, from research on vaccine delivery to championing strategies for underserved communities, made clear her commitment as a steadfast advocate for the most vulnerable among us. Dr. Walensky extended her expertise to the international stage, collaborating with crucial organizations such as the World Health Organization and the Joint United Nations Program on HIV/AIDS. From the corridors of academia to the front lines of public health and healthcare, Dr. Walensky's journey embodies the convergence of knowledge, compassion, and action. As we honor Dr. Rochelle P. Walensky with the Stephen Smith Medal for distinguished contributions in public health, we pay homage to a trailblazer whose indomitable spirit, transformative research, and humble leadership have reshaped the contours of public health, both at home and around the world. Join me in celebrating the leader whose legacy will continue to inspire us all to champion the health and well-being of every individual and community, no matter how challenging the journey.
I want to humbly thank the New York Academy of Medicine for this distinction. Of course, we all know that public health and healthcare are team sports, so while I'm honored to accept this medal, I do so standing on the shoulders of so many whose teachings I have benefited from, whose stamina I have emulated, and whose wisdom, counsel, and scientific prowess, including my colleagues at the CDC, have shaped the work we all do together today. So please know that I share this honor with each of them and with all of you. As we think about the future of healthcare and public health, I want to reiterate the importance of investments where our infrastructure has historically been frail. Those related to the development of a sustainable and robust workforce, the need for data integration and monetization and data sharing, and for a laboratory infrastructure. We must be intentional and unwaveringly committed to issues related to equity and access, which alone contribute to so much of this country's loss of life expectancy. And I believe we are at a period of time of so much change, with artificial intelligence and large language models and their exciting potential when used and applied for good. And yet we have to be thoughtful and conscious and deliberate about its use. And that hard work has to come now because change is knocking on our door. While we do have real challenges ahead, I remain wholeheartedly inspired by the incredible people who commit themselves selflessly and tirelessly for the work of healthcare and public health. We are in the hands of the best and the brightest, and because of it, our ever-changing future is beaming bright. Thank you so much.
I want to thank you all for joining us in celebrating these exceptional individuals. And a special thank you to all of our introducers as well. What an inspiring cohort of luminaries. We are grateful for their lifelong contributions as recognized by these 2023 NYAM Awards, continuing a long tradition at the Academy of recognizing excellence in health sciences, healthcare, and improvement of the public's health, the very core mission of NYAM. We also appreciate the themes they outline for the future, that we are building on enormous scientific progress to date, but with more on the road ahead. Our awardees pointed out the need for sharpened attention to ensuring diversity of the health science workforce and brain trust, and the great benefits from so doing. We must support science, insist upon diversity and inclusion in science, and we must support the next generation of scientific leaders in order to achieve our vision of a world where everyone has the opportunity to live a healthy life. Thank you all again. Until next time, be well.